10 seasons, the hit TV sitcom The Goldbergs has been giving us big hair, big laughs, and a family as colorful as a 1980s fashion palette. And while the memories of the show will live on, the series will be coming to an end this spring. Here to share their thoughts on what has made the show so great over the years, we have Wendy McClendon Covey and we have Sean Giambrani. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, you two.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Nice talking with you, Desiree.
We're excited. So, Wendy, I wanted to start off with you. What has it been like to be Beverly Goldberg each week?
Oh, it's been the most fun I've ever had. It's been so great. You know, I don't have kids in my own life, so I will never be a grandmother. So this season I got to be a mom and a grandma. It was pretty fun, pretty amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has been like the best job I've ever had.
And I mean, Bev's fashion was a direct nod to the 80s with the bright, colorful sweaters and the loud patterns. With how much fashion recycles with bell bottoms and scrunchies coming back, do you think Bev's fashion from the 80s might make a comeback?
You know, it seems like it kind of has. I've been in the stores recently and I've seen way more ruffles than I think is appropriate, you know, for modern society. But you know what? I've lived through the 80s twice now, so all that stuff can just stay in the 80s.
You said it.
You know?
It's been fun.
I don't need to live it anymore.
Okay, good to know. And I mean, Sean, over the past 10 seasons, we've seen you grow in front of our eyes. How has it been playing Adam Goldberg on the show?
Oh, it's been wonderful. Yeah, because I growing up in real life, surrounded by these great people, and then there was always a weird thing that happened. Like I'd film an episode, and then something would happen in my real life, and then I'd watch the episode, and then I'd be taught the lesson that we filmed prior, like, and it almost like teach me like, oh, geez, I should be more like this or that. Like it was weird how it timed out sometimes. Like it really felt like it was the show was speaking to me, like in the future or something. I was wild, but yeah, it's just been a dream just living in the 80s when all my favorite things now first originated from, and then with just these amazing people that really have grown to be like a family.
Yeah, and I mean, this might be a hard one to answer for the both of you, but what has been your most memorable moment on the show?
Gosh, I think one of my favorite moments has got to be when I was with George Siegel in the audience of a thing that Sean was doing. So, you know, the kids from middle school were on stage singing and dancing or whatever, and I was next to George Siegel, and he started crying because he just loved watching Sean so much.
Aww.
And I got to see that. So that was like, oh, priceless gem.
Yeah, what about for you?
Kind of, well, in that same, like, we had a moment where it was just Wendy, me, and I think Lizzie, our script,
Our dialogue coach.
Coach, and George was just telling all these stories, and it was just a quiet night where we had a lot of time together, and it just really stood out as just a really beautiful moment because it was almost like one of the last times we got a chance to be all together. Like we're not all together, but together in that formation.
Yeah, we got George all to ourselves one night, and it was one of the last nights he worked, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And now I want to ask you guys, can you tell us about the season finale titled Bev to the Future? What can fans expect?
Well, like Back to the Future, the movie, a reunion happens, and in that, well, except they're going back in time, but like in that movie, Mom goes somewhere with her son as her date, not knowing that that's what's happening. So Adam has to be my date for something. And that's all any son wants from his mother is to go on a date with her. You know.
and you get to see at the end you get to see some trajectories of what their futures might hold, and I feel like the fans will find that interesting too.
Okay. And a DeLorean is involved, right? Okay.
There you go, DeLorean. I mean, this sounds like a great episode, and whenever a show comes to an end, it's hard for the fans who have known to grow and love your characters. What has it been like for you and the rest of the cast to say goodbye to the show?
Agonizing. It's been so hard.
We're twisted up inside.
No, it's been gut-wrenching. I can't cry enough tears. But how lucky, you know. Here it comes! Oh no! Oh no! Look what you've done.
I'm sorry. Well, you can just see how passionate the
Look
both
what you've
the two of
done.
you are. I'm sorry, Wendy. Well, we're extremely excited.
No, it's been blissful.
Yeah, we can tell. Well, thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you. I'm sorry for making you cry, but we're excited to see the season finale. You can watch the series finale right here on ABC 10 on Wednesday, May 3rd at 5:30 p.m.